know what it takes to win a title. With you coming back and with James coming back, do you feel like this team has the ingredients to win a title this year?
Oh, yeah. 15-2. That's a great indicator of – and our defense, I think, is top 3 in the league, as well as our offense. And I'm not even out there yet. Think about that. Really think about that. I'm more motivated than ever as well. And I want a championship so bad, more than anything.
Draymond talked the other day about what's driving him, and part of it is the haters and the doubters and stuff. Is that part of your deal too?
Yeah, no question. No question. I wanted to be on that top. I wanted some recognition. I didn't get it, and that's fine. No, you get recognition, you go win. So I just want to go win again.
All right, Vincent Goodwill. I took Klay Thompson's advice, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm looking at the Western Conference, and I know the Suns are red hot, and I know the Jazz are going to be there at the end, and maybe the Mavericks, the Lakers still aren't whole and what have you. I get it. But when Klay Thompson comes back, Vinny, do you think that this has the potential to be the Warriors and everyone else in the Western Conference, if not the league?
You always take it a half a step too far, Michael Smith. I'm not going to say that that's light-skin logic, but, man, that's some light-skin bias happening on a Wednesday afternoon, man. Come on now. What I will say is this.
Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Can we take a holiday? This is a holiday. I know we family. Do we have to fight? Do we have to fight
Thanksgiving Eve? You went there.
I mean, damn, dog.
Wow.
Like, we ain't even started talking about, food and whatnot, or pie, or macaroni, or cranberry. But you got to. Anyway, you want to answer the question or not?
Yes, I'm answering the question. I think there are going to be a lot of teams, especially in the Western Conference, that win between, 43 and 50 games. There's not going to be a whole lot of teams. I think what you're seeing is going to be a lot of parity. What I think about Golden State is the fact that Klay Thompson will come back and you won't be desperate to have him. If you're the Warriors and you can say, you know what, maybe Klay comes back a little slower, and you have Jordan Poole and you have Wiggins and you have all these other guys who are used to playing expanded roles, so that basically when Klay does come back 100%, if that is in fact 100% this year, you have guys that can fill in when Klay is having an off game, when Wiggins is having an off game. My only concern is outside of Stephen Curry, who's creating you a shot late in the shot clock. Now, maybe you can say, hey, Stephen Curry might very well be enough, and that Golden State system does a really good job of creating shots. But to me, especially when we get down to May and June, it is who has the best shot creators on a given team when the shot clock is 5 and under. And if that's the case, Golden State is still in pretty good shape because nobody in the Western Conference scares me.
Yeah, you're right, Vinny. They're in a pretty privileged position.
Hence my question.
They can bring.
Wait a second. Hold on. I'm sorry. I apologize. You said all that shit. No. You said all that shit just to get back to what the premise of my question. You skin logic. Wait, you finished the point by saying nobody else in the West scares you.
Yes,
well, damn, Vinny.
You said
so it was a legitimate question.
You said, is it Golden State and everybody else, or is it Golden State ahead of the pack?
And
it's not Golden State and everybody else, but they can be a half step in front. That's not Golden State 65 to 70 win team. That's Golden State versus everybody. That's not this team. The margin is not that high.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
You just ended by saying nobody else scared you. That's all. But that's Detroit.
But here's the thing.
That's okay. That's Detroit.
No.
I don't want Detroit. I don't want Detroit coming from me. I don't want Detroit coming from me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want Detroit coming from me.
This is exactly. This is great because this is what we're showing. We all romanticize. Hey, happy Thanksgiving. You go spend time with your family. It's great to spend time with family. But this is what happens. When you get together.
No, you're like, Vinny gonna get on the space table and renege. He gonna get on the space table and renege and then blame me for underbidding just because of the color of my skin. That's what's gonna happen at the space table on Thanksgiving. I'm just saying.
So this got real 5 minutes in.
So do you want to call Do you want to call Jamel Hill and Bomani Jones and have them go back and recall what happened in your hometown of New Orleans? How you embarrassed yourself
I don't care who you
in
call.
your hometown?
I don't care who you call. I don't care who you call.
You want to do that? You want to do
Okay,
that
go.
with your nonsense? Now to the basketball part, the flip side of nobody's scared, Golden State isn't scared of anybody. The flip side of that will be the Phoenix Suns won't be scared of Golden State. Nobody will fear anybody in this. So it's not them versus everybody. It's depending on the matchups and health and everything else. I would take Golden State at this point right now, but it's not that great of a distance. Michael Smith, sometimes the Lord gives us one tongue and two ears so we can listen before we speak.
Yeah, but if what you're saying don't make no sense, what am I supposed to do about that? That's not my problem. That's a you problem.
That's a comprehension problem.
Maybe,
You need
maybe
Michael Holley got it. Because Michael Holley got it.
Maybe I'm inferring the wrong thing because you need to tighten up your game. Okay?
Oh, go
okay,
ahead.
player?
Go ahead.
Okay. Now, Michael, do you want to step in between this little family squabble here, Michael? You go ahead. You go ahead and step in. You want to get some pie? You want to go get some pie from
Pass
somewhere
the
else?
mac and cheese. Somebody pass the mac and cheese.
Okay, fine. I'll ask the next question. Speaking of Detroit.
Pass and rolls. No, I do want to. No, don't
you
go
do?
there yet because
Okay,
I do
okay,
want to
go
ask
ahead.
him. I want to
Okay, go ahead.
ask.
Yeah, go ahead.
How would you, Vinny, if you're Golden State, you're in a great position as you mentioned. How would you use Klay Thompson? Would you bring him off the bench, or would you start him and say, "Hey, man, you're on a minutes restriction for the next 15, 20 games, so you can get your stamina back"? Like, what? How do you deploy him now that he's active and practicing and all that stuff?
If Klay Thompson is mad about not being on the top 75, 76 list, do you think that he's going to be happy about coming off the bench? I don't think I want Klay Thompson mad at me. So here's what you do. You do start him. You do maybe play him with second units, especially when you're trying to figure out his lateral movement, because his greatest value, aside from his shooting, is his defense and the fact that you can play him from 1 through 3. So essentially what you're saying is, let's see where your stamina is. Let's see how your fatigue goes. Let's work you back in. We'll start you and play you 25 minutes a night, so we're not running you ragged by the time the playoffs happen. And then if we got to, elevate it and everything else by the time the playoffs, that's no problem. Michael Smith, was that answer clear enough for you?
It was better. It was better. It was better. Thank you very much. So listen, I honestly, I don't mean to beat a dead horse or milk a story for more than it's worth, because LeBron served a suspension last night. The Lakers lost to the Knicks. He'll be back. But I'm dying to get your take on this, Vinny, as the son of Detroit, because Michael and I went back and forth on whether or not anybody is within their rights to tell Isaiah Stewart how to react to getting punched in the face. I felt like their suspension should have been equal. Isaiah Stewart's reaction should have been 1 game, same as LeBron James was. Anthony Davis said last night something to the effect of, LeBron shouldn't have been suspended at all, given that people get hit all the time in the face. So just wondering, again, he's already been suspended. We're moving on. But you get the last word on this story. Where did you come down on what happened and the fallout and the suspension from it?
I think the NBA got it right. I think, and I tend to agree with you guys on equal amounts, but here's the problem. The problem was Isaiah Stewart got ejected. For the initial part, everything calmed down, and it was like, I'm all right, I'm cool. And then charged back at him again like a defensive end. And he was coming hard and fast. And the crazy part was, he didn't say one cuss word to anybody. He was pretty much, I'm all right, I'm okay, just let me go, all that type of stuff. That's how you know somebody real mad, because ain't no cussing words coming out of them. If they not cussing, or they not, you ever the part of dude who crying? He was one of those dudes who might have been crying. And you like, what, I can't, I'm gonna rock his jaw, that type of thing. I think LeBron deserved the game because of the force. I think he didn't get 2 because he didn't elevate it. He didn't escalate it. Now, Russell Westbrook was sitting there in the boxing stance and everything else, but LeBron was pretty much like, what did I do here? Of course, you throw the rock and hide your hand. You dot a dude's eye, whether it's on purpose or by accident, you've done your damage. Isaiah Stewart wanted to have his say. And once he tasted blood, that's when that man lost his mind. And there's nothing in his, nothing on his Carfax or anything like that says this kid has got a problem. I know everybody wants to make this to be a much bigger thing.
Carfax.
Nothing in his Carfax said it's bigger. It's just a dude that rightfully lost his mind in a moment.
No doubt.
Yeah,
And you
that's
know
so
what,
funny
man?
about the dude who start crying though. People who start crying.
Yes.
You can see that.
You know what, man?
They're so mad I'm crying.
And Vinny, I'll say as we let you go, brother, I lost my cool for a second. I love you, and I'm thankful for you, Vincent Goodwill. We're thankful for your work, and we're thankful for the time that you spend with us, even though you got something against light-skinned people. We got to work that out somehow. Offline, let's work this out.
I was going to give you a compliment when I saw on your feed that the cranberry sauce out of the can over any other type of cranberry sauce. My man.
Thank you, Vinny.
We good. You.
Thank you so much. I get like 2 cans just for me.
Yes.
Everybody fend for yourself.
Yes.
Get yours off the glass. I got 2 cans.
Now I'm so mad, I'm crying now. Now I'm crying because I might hit somebody. Y'all out your mind. Y'all out your mind. That is the nastiest
Don't give me no
on the
berries.
table.
Hey, Vinny.
No berries. No berries.
You ever somebody try to
that
get you
out
the
the
berry
table.
kind? That's nasty. The berries. I don't want that. I want the jelly.
All of
My
it.
family know better. That's a non-negotiable in any house that I go to. Non-negotiable.
Absolutely. Love you, bro. Be good.
Love y'all too. Happy holidays, man.